Hello, this is Ms. DB, and in this video we're going to review how to do some of the problems from the Chapter 1, Section 5 worksheet. So this is on area and perimeter of figures, and sometimes you're able to find the area and perimeter, and sometimes you're only able to find an expression for that. So sometimes there'll be an X or an A or something in your answers. For example, in this first example, it says a rectangle in which L equals 17 and W equals 5. They're both numbers, so you're going to be able to find a numeric answer for the perimeter and a numeric answer for the area by using the equations, the formulas, which are in this table and listed below for a triangle. But sometimes, like in example B, sometimes you have a variable in one of your dimensions, and then you're going to have an expression for an answer with the X or Y or something in it. So in letter B, we have A equals 8, B equals X plus 1, C equals 4X, and H equals 6. So for a triangle, you need to add all of the outside pieces, the lengths of the sides, together to find the perimeter. And when you do that, you're only going to be able to add like terms because you have an X plus 1 and you have a 4X. So remember that X is the same as 1X. So we have 1X plus 4X is 5X. 8 plus 1 is 9. So 5X plus 9 is our perimeter. When we do area of a triangle, we don't use all of the sides. We only care about the base and the height. So we use 1/2 base times height. So we don't need, in this one, we don't need the C or the A. So 1/2 base, that's X plus 1, and the height is given as 6. So you can take 1/2 of 6, you can jump over this X plus 1 and do 1/2 of 6, that's 3. And then we can take 3 times X plus 1, and that's where they get the 3X plus 3. So you'll use some distributive property in this. So in some of these problems that you're going to be solving, they'll be just numbers, and you'll get a number for an answer. And in some of them, like number 4, you will have a variable in both of your perimeter and your area answers. Also, remember that square, I didn't talk about square, but a square, you can take 4 times the length of one side to get the perimeter, and you can just square the length of one side, S squared, to get the area. Or you can just take S times S. That's the same as S squared anyway. So in number 4, your answer is going to be, for the perimeter, you add up all the way around, so 12 plus X plus 12 plus X, and then you just simplify that. So you add your like terms, 12 plus 12 is 24, X plus X is 2X. And then you leave your answer like that. For the area is equal to base times height, so 12 times X, that's it. You can't do anything else after that, so you just leave your answer as 12X. If it's a triangle, in this example, to find the perimeter, you're just going to add 13 plus X plus 25 plus 3X minus 10, and then add your like terms together. Combine like terms. So 1X plus 3X will be 4X, and then you'll have 13 plus 25 minus 10 to get the other part. For the area, if you have a right triangle, the height is one leg, and the base is the other leg. So for the area, I'm going to take 1/2 of 13 times X plus 25. Now you can't simplify this very much. You could take 1/2 of 13 and get half of 13 is 6.5 times X plus 25. And then if you want, you can do the distributive property and simplify that a little more. Or you can just leave your answer as 6.5 times X plus 25. In number 6, the height is 6. For our perimeter, we're going to do this number plus this number plus this number. We won't use the 6. For the area, we'll use just the base, 9, and the height, 6. So 1/2 9 times 6. The next part is area and circumference of a circle. Don't forget that this formula is with radius, 2 pi r, and this formula is with diameter. So you have to look at what you're given and then make sure you choose the right formula for circumference. For area, it's always radius. So you always have to, if they give you the diameter, you have to cut it in half and then use r for your pi times radius squared. Make sure you always do the radius squared and then multiply by pi. So in number 8, the diameter is 15, which means the radius will be half of that. And half of 15 is 7.5 millimeters. And that's what you'll use in your formulas, for sure, for area. For circumference, you can use either one as long as you choose the correct one. And again, in 11, they give you the diameter, so make sure you find the radius first. The next page has a little bit more challenging problems. Well, sometimes. They don't have pictures, so that sometimes makes it more challenging. But you can always draw a picture. For a square with side length of 2, let me change this to so I can draw. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a square. And you could, of course, just do this on your own paper. You don't have to do it on the document. And a square with side 2.4 meters in length. Well, I know that the perimeter is equal to 4 times the side length of a square. So whatever that is. And the area is equal to 2.4 times 2.4, or 2.4 squared. So I can figure out what that is. In 13, let's do a sketch of our rectangle. We have a rectangle that is a length of x plus 3 and a width of 7. So for the perimeter, you're just going to add the 7 plus x plus 3 plus 7 plus x plus 3. Of course, you could also do 2 times 7 plus 2 times x plus 3, but you can also just add all the way around, whichever you prefer. And then you're going to add your like terms. Remember that every time you see an x, it's really one x. So we have 2 x's, and then I have to add my numbers. 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 7 is 17, plus 3 more is 20. So the perimeter is 2x plus 20. For the area of number 13, you're going to just take 7 times x plus 3, and then just do the distributive property, and you'll get 7x plus 21. And that's your answer. Now, number 14 says a right triangle. That means that we have the legs. These are the legs of our right triangle, and this would be the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is x plus 1. I have legs 3 and x. So for the perimeter, you'll just add those 3 up. You'll have like terms to combine. So you'll find the perimeter by just adding 3 plus x plus 1. And for the area, you have to take 1/2 base times height. Well, the base is one leg, and the height is the other. So you're just going to have 1/2 times 3 times x. And you could combine this a little bit and get 1.5x, or you could leave it as 3/2 x. All right, let's keep going. Numbers 15 through 18 say to answer this question. So 15, I'm going to let you do. It says, although a circle does not have sides, it does have a perimeter. What do you call that? Okay, 16, 17, and 18 are working backwards. They're giving you the area or their circumference, and then they're asking you to find some other part of this. So what we're going to do is write the formula for the shape, and then fill in the parts we know, and then solve for the parts we don't know. So the area of a square is 4 inches squared. So I know that the area of a square's formula is A equals S squared. And you can look back at the top of the page to find those formulas. Then they tell me that that area is equal to 4. So 4 equals S squared. Now I need to find the perimeter, but first I have to find S. So to find S, I would take the square root of S squared. To undo a square, you would take the square root. And the square root of 4 is either 2 or -2, but -2 doesn't make sense for a square. So one side is equal to 2. And now I can find the perimeter because I know that if I have a square that has every side 2, you can find the perimeter quite easily from that. In number 17, we have the area of a triangle is 152 and the height is 16. So they give us 2 parts, and we need to find a different part. So the area of a triangle formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. So I plug in the parts I know. I know the area is 152. I know that the height is 16. I don't know the base. So I can simplify this. Let me get a little more space here. Yeah, I thought that might happen. that one I can move down. I can simplify this problem by, let me put this 2 back where it belongs, up here, by taking 1/2 times 16. So 152 equals 1/2 of 16 is 1/8, and then I still have the b. Now how do, I'm sorry, 1/2 of 16 is 8, not 1/8. So now I have to solve 152 equals 8 times b, and I just have to divide both sides by 8, and that will answer the question that they asked for, which is what is the base. So you still have to figure out what 152 divided by 8 is, and then that's what b will be. Why is this moving around by itself? For 18, they want the circumference of a circle, so you use the equation 2 pi r, plug in that the circumference is 25 pi, there it goes again, and that's equal to 2 pi r, so I would need to divide both sides by pi and by 2 in order to find what r is. Since I have pi on both sides, when you divide both sides by pi, it's going to cancel, and you're left with 25 equals 2r, and then you can finish it from there. In number 19 and 20, there's a question mark down here that got moved a little bit. You have to find the length of this side before you can answer the rest of the question. So this side is equal to 9 is the whole thing. 3.5 is from here to here. 3.5 is from here to here. So you're missing something that needs to go here. Then you can write an equation to find x. You can say this plus 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 this. I don't know if I said 3 plus 3. All of that equals 39. And then you can solve that long equation, add your like terms, and simplify to find x. And then after you're done with that, then you're supposed to find the area of this figure. Okay, so again, let me know if you have any questions. Call me, text me, email me, or come to the ASC room or to my office hours to get more help. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful day.